Someone stop this guy. We're going to go to Metropolis. The winner is going to go on and face Squirtle, the loser. Goes up against Thorzane. Arian Soul coming here with the best StarCraft 2 players duke it out in the esports mecca here at the GSL Codex. All right, bottom center starting location. Slowly getting choked out there, losing too many units in game number 2, but playing brilliantly in game number 1. His ID is
MVP King.
Do that fan screaming again?
Yeah.
We need more people screaming like that.
We do.
If it's a ghost of Maka Prime. He's not in Codex anymore. Center right, starting location, not far from his opponent. A really out of control style. Excuse me. The Towel Terran. He is
FXO GuMiho.
the jet lag's hitting Yaratosis.
I'm sorry, Tasis.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, and you know why? Is because GuMiho keeps going mech, and like that gives me energy. Because it makes me so happy to see someone be like, hey, these units are more cost efficient.
You know what's actually nice is that people actually just go mech more often now. Remember when it was just nobody did it?
Yeah.
Then when people would go mech, they'd win. You'd be like, see?
Yeah.
See?
I'm like, do you notice how he can never engage this player? Yeah. Basis, I think we're going to be on camera. Sit up straight.
Oh, God. Korean stream. They never tell us.
No, but the chip is coming in, man.
It must be.
I think we're under attack.
I think so. All right. SCV high five as they go past each other. Yeah, just so you guys don't know, there's actually this giant camera crane that zooms
yeah, it's
by
like
us,
looking right at us, man.
But sometimes we don't know. I'm actually, I'm like reclined in my chair and my belt's undone.
I know. My like stomach's like hanging out through my shirt.
Look at all those nerds.
Yeah, a lot of foreigners here today, enjoying the GSL experience, the best experience.
Oh, we're on camera now. Hello,
wave,
welcome.
Yeah,
this is new. They don't normally do this on our stream.
No, they did this to Wolf the other day. I saw that. It was really funny.
You know,
he just laughed awkwardly. He's like, ah. It was awesome. Casting alone is so hard.
It's so difficult to cast alone.
Yeah.
You'll eventually be like in a thought that you were saying, but then something happens that you have to just start talking about, and you're like, well, where was I? And then you don't know, and
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so about this game, looks like both players going for fast expansions into double gas. In fact, their build is basically exactly the same right now. So we really don't have any idea which either player is going to do. Now they're close by air, so don't be surprised if we see Banshees. Of course, Hellion Drop is always a possibility. But like a follow-up here into Banshee would be pretty ideal for both of them, really. You know, you have like that really short distance. If they're like cross spots, for instance, though, you know, it's going to be a lot harder to get that Banshee actually over there. You have to dodge watchtowers just in case. It's like a very long flight, Tasis. It's like flying over the Pacific Ocean like we did yesterday.
That was a long flight.
Yeah. Not as long as New York, though.
No, you know, it's so funny. After going to New York a couple times, the flight from LA to Seoul doesn't feel bad at all.
No, it's easy. It's a flight for wimps. I was like, they land, I'm like, is that it? Is that all you have, Korean Air?
I go to the pilot, I'm like, fly over the airport for 2 more hours.
He's like, yes, sir.
But we don't have enough fuel. I'm like, do it.
Dump the bags when you're in the air. It's like, but why don't we just let him out now?
Have you ever had this where you're sleeping on an airplane and you finally... you know, because it can be hard to get comfy on the seat, but you finally actually conk out. But then you're so comfortable resting in the chair that when they want to land, you just kind of want them to just stay flying for maybe another hour or so, because then you'd be all caught up on your sleep.
Yeah. I've been woken up by the landing process, smelling.
And they're like, put the chairs up. I'm like, really? Am I going to be that much safer with a chair at 15 degrees different here?
It's really funny. I was like partially reclined, like just slightly. Last story before I say what's going on in this game, and you were actually asleep laying it down like a bed or something, and like she came and told me to fix my chair and just walked away. I was
wow.
like, he's actually laying down. I'm not
That's
the problem
awesome.
here. Anyways, we do have GuMiho going into...
You never told me.
This looks like the same build as last game, basically. You know, he's going the Reactor to Hellion, he's getting the medevac, and I do think he's going to go straight into Viking from here. Whereas with Keen, he's actually just going Marine Hellion Viking, and this is actually going to be a good counter against what GuMiho's doing. You know, when he comes over with that medevac, once again, he's going to have to lose it because of the Viking of Keen.
All right, well, here come the Hellions now. This SCV definitely not going to live through this.
Yeah.
And now the Hellions of his moving out.
Sees that medevac, that's important, and he's going to pick it up. And the other three are going to come back and join up. Now...
Uh-oh, no block at the ramp. Oh, but he didn't go up the ramp.
No, he did not.
All right, he's gotten one SCV so far. And he will get at least two here.
By the way, very interestingly, during this, GuMiho's taking a third base. So,
yeah,
a bit different from before. Vikings on the way, and a third base going up for Keen as well.
He's sticking with the Hellions too, by the way.
Yeah, it's looking really similar to what we saw last game.
This is not some kind of like wonky strat that he's trying to pull off, but it's actually the way he's playing TBT right now.
Yeah, and in fact, he's going to go into mech from it too. This is really cool from GuMiho. This is making me want to switch to Terran. I swear to God, it's like so cool to see like such a flexible build like this. So we're going to see he's going to go ahead and drop these off.
It's like a really mobile Terran play style. All right, here he goes. He wants to get to the SCVs. Okay, this was smart. He's not going to get any SCVs in that position.
In fact, he's going to get the first shot off on this Viking, perhaps, and bam, gets it. Very well done by GuMiho.
We got a drop over here inside of GuMiho's base, losing some SCVs. Keen really pushing in pretty heavily here.
Well done.
By the way, Keen with his Banshees on the way now.
We do have reactored Vikings coming out for GuMiho, so he's going to be able to clean up the medevac very easily, and when his Hellions come up, get rid of those Marines as well. Taking a look. SCVs, Keen's actually killed a good amount at 7, compared to just 2 killed by GuMiho, which were, I believe, both scouting SCVs. So his harassment has been pretty lackluster so far, whereas Keen's has been reasonable, but he did lose quite a bit to do it.
All right. 70 supply to 71. But it is 47 workers for Keen to 40 for GuMiho. Which, I mean, yeah, that means that Keen has a lead, but it's not ridiculous. I mean, don't forget, GuMiho does have an additional base. It's up and running.
You know what is so cool here? GuMiho once again going like really mass Hellions. This is actually reminding me of TBT and StarCraft 1, where eventually evolved to the point where it was just mass vultures in the early game because they built so quickly.
Yeah.
And anyways, we do have good harassment here by Keen, but, well, not really that good because we do have a lot of Vikings out.
Oh, he's going to do that one. Yeah, I remember that when it was all mass vultures, especially on maps where it was very open.
Because siege tanks took so long to build. You have like a siege tank that you just run up with 8 vultures and kill it. It's like, whatever. I know these don't do much damage to that, but it's still going to die. It was, but that's kind of what we're seeing. It's giving him a lot of map dominance, especially with those Vikings mixed in. It's like Vulture with a 1-star port for a Wraith.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that they had to go Goliath so that you could switch into siege tanks, then you laugh at them. All
right, it looks like the round number 2 of the Banshee coming up here. Now, remember, last game, how many Banshees did Keen lose? Was it like 6 or something?
Well, he lost 4 in the early game. I think after that...
No, he lost a 5th one. He made like this... We were so shocked that he actually did that.
Yeah. So, you know what's cool, though, is that they're both going mech, and this, as mentioned before, with all the small areas, this is probably going to be an extremely long game.
Yeah, this could be like one of those 45-minute games right here.
Guys, go get your nachos because even though, 20 workers killed, that's a lot, and Keen definitely has more supply right now, but, I mean, when you make big siege lines, it's not going to be breakable, really.
Yeah, especially not on this map, where there's basically only 2 ways to get to the guys to the other side of the map, you know?
Yeah, this is an easy one to split in half. There might be some skirmishes over taking the islands, but when they cut it in half, they're going to have to probably both go Sky Terran. Even though it's a big, wide map, these areas are just too small. A lot of map zoning going on.
Yeah. They're actually staying pretty mobile. I mean, you could do that when you're going Hellions like this. So they will eventually transition into siege tanks.
Yeah.
And that's when we're going to have this kind of no man's land carved out across the map.
Yeah. Keen actually sneaking by with his Blue Flame Hellions tasteless.
Yeah.
And
wait. Oh, he's once again not going to go into the main here, but I guess it doesn't matter. That's a
GuMiho's
lot
in
of SCV
trouble.
kills here. Both these guys taking heavy hits.
Oh, man.
The
They are
SCVs
all
retreating
gonna go down.
to the rock. I mean, there's nowhere to go from here, and they all get taken out. Can you check workers killed from here, Artosis?
It's huge, man. 45 killed by Keen. Absolutely hard to come back from. He's in a lot of trouble at this point, man.
Yeah, that's a lot of workers to lose here.
Yeah.
And he's even going to get into the main now. And with 3 Hellions, you can actually, oh my God, lucky him he didn't go over the top route. Okay, there he goes now. Hitting more SCVs. Oh my God. Okay,
Brutal,
this game
brutal.
might actually not be as long as we thought it was, because that's just, well, like a lot
you're
of,
right.
a lot of dead
It's,
workers.
You see, GuMiho went over to the other side, like in this really long route, and Keen just kind of beelined it to his natural and
Yeah.
to turn around. So, I mean,
That's why you
this
should always
might just
have the
end.
ability to wall in at your entrance.
Yeah.
You
Guys,
should always have that.
if you're getting nachos, come back to the computer. This
I
might
know.
end.
Remember we told you to get food. Get back over here. You missed it. We screwed up.
Oh, man.
I think with rain. Well, actually, no. Maybe with the Vikings landing here.
I don't think it's going to be enough. And dropping the mules.
Oh, he's saying GTFO.
Yes, he is indeed. And Keen pushing through.
Wow.
Superior mech play to GuMiho. This game tasteless.
It's GG. That was not how this game was supposed to look at all, actually.
Well,
kinda
when
funny.
you lose like every SCV, your opponent's going to be able to just go and be cost inefficient and kill you. GuMiho just took too much harassment damage. Good choice by Keen to go mech on that map. I'm happy to see that as opposed to a Marine tank again. Keen is a player that we really never see go mech, so it's great to see that he's working that into his style now as well.
Some nerd just walked back to his computer with his nachos plate. He's like, what? They
You
said it
guys
was going to be a
lied to
long
me.
game.
Oh, man. Sorry about that. Okay, so here we are. And it's going to be Keen against Squirtle and GuMiho against Thorazane.
I foresee Squirtle moving on.
Yeah,
And I don't know with Thorazane and GuMiho.
As much as I hate to say it, I feel like GuMiho is going to beat Thorazane. I really liked what I saw from GuMiho today, even though he lost that match. He played well. His strategies were really cool. Does Thorazane actually know how to deal with, Hellion Viking? I don't believe that's popular on Europe or America, which is where he normally plays.
Well, here's another factor, though, is that Thorzane's incredibly passive. Like, actually more passive than the Korean Terrans. So that might be something that GuMiho might be caught off guard with.
Yeah, he might overcommit again. That's definitely a possibility if Thorazane does a lot of good defense. But he got to just watch that, and the same style was used 3 times by GuMiho in TVTs. So I think Thorazane can start to think, okay, how do I want to go about countering this? Because there's a good chance he'll do it to me.
Unlike some other tournaments, actually, Thorazane does get to just sit in the waiting room and watch the game.
Yeah,
so.
it's on with couches and stuff. I'm sure he's sitting there, he's thinking, okay, 2 times you did this. Okay, 3
Unless
times.
he was listening to our stream and then he went and got nachos because the game's going to be long, and then he doesn't know for sure.
It would be our fault.
He doesn't know for sure. If I don't know if that's not the case.
I hope that's not what's going on.
Well, guys, we're going to take a quick little break, and when we get back, we're going to have our third best of 3. It's going to be Squirtle against Keen, so stay tuned here at the GSL Code S. Oh, no, it's more zealots.